بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We are group 1 and I am Dalia Ghamdi, and today we will talk about microbial contamination in nuts and its impact on human health and method of prevention. And now let's talk about nuts. Nuts are nutrient-rich food source, widely used for their health benefit, include high level of healthy fats, proteins, vitamins, and antioxidants. However, they are also susceptible to microbial contamination during الharvesting والprocessing والstorage والdistribution. Common contaminants include the bacteria such as salmonella, as well as the fungi like aspergillus, which can produce harmful mycotoxins such as aflatoxin. Those contaminants significant risk to human health include foodborne illness, allergic reaction, and long-term effect like liver damage and cancer. To maintain those risks, there are prevention methods are used include proper drying, control storage condition, pasteurization, radiation, and hygiene, the supply chain. Those methods will help to ensure nut safety and protect public health.
My name is Shahid Al-Ghamdi. Let's talk about how microbes get into internet and what type they are. Did you know that nuts, even though they are considered a healthy snack, can be exposed to harmful microbes? Well, microorganisms can reach a nut in many ways. Before harvest through contaminated soil, dirty irrigation water, or animals entering the field. After harvest, they can be transferred through unclean equipment, human hands, or poor storage conditions. The most common microorganisms found in nuts include bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli, and fungi like Aspergillus, which produce dangerous toxin called aflatoxin. This can seriously affect the health, especially when nuts are stored improperly. That's why it's too important to choose nuts from trusted sources, make sure they are well packaged, and always handle them with care. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, I am Raneem Al-Farsi. I will talk about mycotoxins in nuts and their impact on human health. First, what are mycotoxins? Mycotoxins are toxic chemicals produced by some fungi as a part of their secondary metabolism. This toxin can contaminate many agricultural products, especially grains and nuts. Among the most common are aflatoxin, ochratoxin, and citrinine, which are most often produced by fungi belonging to the genera Aspergillus, Fusarium, Penicillin, and Alternaria. Toxins produced by Fusarium fungi are responsible for significant damage to grains before harvest, while aflatoxin and ochratoxin typically result from improper storage and bad harvest handling. Factors affecting mycotoxin contamination of nuts. 1. Environmental conditions such as temperature, humidity, and water activity, which are essential for fungal growth and toxin production. Each fungal species has a different optimal range. For example, toxins such as aflatoxin are more prevalent in hot and humid regions. 2. High relative humidity causes grains to absorb moisture, increase water activity, and enhancing the chains of fungal growth wearing storage. 3. pH influence fungal growth and toxin production. Acidic values promote the production of keratin toxins such as aflatoxin and OTA. Some fungi can adjust their surrounding pH to improve their survival. 4. Fungal strain, even within the same species, strain vary in their ability to produce toxins. For example, Aspergillus flavus produce the toxin AFP1, while Aspergillus carbonaris produce OTA under different conditions. 5. Type of food or substrate. Fungi prefer food rich in carbohydrate, especially simple sugar, which stimulate toxin production. 6. Osmotic pressure within the food material affect fungal physiology and environmental response, which may stimulate the production of secondary toxin as means of adaptation. 7. Climate change, such as rising temperature, increased carbon dioxide levels, and climate fluctuations, alter the prevalence and activity of toxic fungi in the food chain, increase the risk of toxin contamination in the future.
My name is Rama Tamimi. I will talk about microbiological techniques for detecting contaminants in nuts. The first method is cultural-based methods. These are traditional microbiological methods that are really on growing microorganisms from nut sample on selective media. They are widely used to detect pathogens such as salmonella and spoilage fungi like aspergills. Example of cultural media: XLD agar for salmonella, BDA for fungi. Time required 24 to 72 hours. Limitation: time consuming and requires skilled personnel. May miss non-culturable organisms. The second method is polymerase chain reaction. PCR is a molecular technique that detects the DNA of pathogens even at very low concentration. It is extremely sensitive and allows for rapid identification of microbial contaminants. Types: the first type is conventional PCR, the second type real-time PCR, more precious and faster. Application: detection of Salmonella, Listeria monocytogenes, Aspergillus flavus. Advantages: high sensitivity and specificity and quick results. The third method is enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. This technique uses antibody to detect toxins such as aflatoxin produced by fungi in nuts like peanuts and pistachios. How it works: a sample extract is added to a plate coated with antibodies. If aflatoxin are present, they are bind to the antibodies and trigger a color change. Pros: cost-effective, easy to perform, good for mass screening. Cons: may have cross-reactivity, less sensitive than molecular methods. The fourth method is mild-tough mass spectrometry, matrix-assisted laser desorption or ionization. Time of flight: mild-tough is used to identify bacteria and fungi by analyzing their protein fingerprint. How it works: microbial colonies are ionized with a laser. The protein mass spectrum is generated and compared to a database. Pros: extremely fast and highly accurate. Cons: high initial cost, requires a reference database.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Maria Bakhsh, and today I'm going to talk about how to safely transport and store nuts. To keep nuts safe and clean, they should be stored in a cool, dry place. This helps stop germs and molds from growing. Nuts must be kept in clean containers and away from water, insect, and dirt. People who touch the nuts should wash their hands or wearing gloves. It's also important not to mix the old nuts with the fresh ones. These controlled steps help keep the nuts healthy and safe to eat. And this is the way to transport the nuts safely. During transport, nuts must be kept in clean and safe conditions to prevent microbial contamination. The control include using clean, dry containers and making sure the truck or vehicle that we use it is also clean and free from moisture. Nuts should not touch the ground or any dirty surface. Workers must wear clean gloves when loading and unloading. It's also important to keep nuts away from heat and humidity, as these conditions can help bacteria or molds grow. By following these control steps, the quality and safety of nuts can be protected during transport. Thank you.